All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Kevin Wan here with CryptoTraders.com. Just trying to do a quick 5 to 10 minute tutorial on how to use Bybit.com, which is my preferred leveraged cryptocurrency exchange where you can trade up to 100x leverage. I prefer to keep things under 10x leverage, keeping my trades very short. Most of the time when you're doing 10 to 15x leverage, the key is not to stay in the play. The key is to time a moment in which the swings are occurring so you can get in and out very fast and capture a large gain in a very short period of time. It's not recommended to stay into a play for very long unless you are planning to make one large trade off of the weekly or daily chart. But this often results in potential risks. As you can see, if you were long 10x, let's say EOS, and your plan was to hold to $8, and let's say you got in at 260, and let's say you slowly increased your margin over time, and you held the play up to here, and you did not sell the whole way through, you were holding for the big kahuna, you would essentially have gotten liquidated on this very candle. So a lot of the times it's not smart to just hold continuously unless you really have your liquidation price where it needs to be, which is, way under where the whales are not incentivized to use liquidity to move the price all the way down there to stop you out. Essentially, they're going to go for the high volume points and where a lot of people have their orders stacked together on 10x or, up to 20x. So I generally recommend keeping it under 5x because you're still making 5x more than spot, and you're able to essentially trade on a safe enough level to where the price swings won't be targeted against you. But moving forward, you basically have a limit market or conditional order type. And I like to essentially just go in with market because there are market makers on both sides that will account for the liquidity. So going for market is actually very recommended, and you get to enter and exit very easily. Sometimes I'll set a limit order for when I want to close my position. But Bybit also gives you the option to create an order with a entry and stop loss. So as you can see, you can enter your own manual take profit. Let's say, for example, I'm in at 12,350, and I'm targeting 12,600. You could scale it or do it however you want, but I prefer to do it by last price, so you pay less fees. You're paying 1/3 of the fees of a market order when you use the limit order, and the fees are the exact same as Bitmex. Except Bybit's is known to not have basically the overloads where you can't exit your position. They won't ever have that issue. They made an official promise, and there's just less shady shit going on with Bybit versus Bitmex. Essentially, they're trying to be the more honest version, but I think the market makers in cryptocurrency, they are working together, so the movement of the prices will occur on all exchanges, including Binance and stuff like that. So it's not really manipulated. It'll all move as a whole. And right now is a very high volume situation. It's easy to take advantage of leverage and not have your position be targeted. But you can also go to Assets Exchange, and you'll be able to trade your assets for Ethereum, EOS, XRP, or USDT for a very low exchange rate. I exchanged about 5K EOS to BTC earlier, and I only paid like $2 in fees. So it's very efficient to exchange your coin here. So if you want to trade EOS, you have to trade your BTC for EOS first, and then you can trade EOS on leverage. And on top of that, Bybit also hosts a lot of crypto competitions that you can enter, and it'll be more worth it to try to trade and build an account on because you'll get a bonus after if you do well. The order book is right here, but I don't really pay attention to the Bybit order book because Bybit sort of just mimics what's going on Binance. So Binance is sort of what you want to follow and lead on when you're following the price and determining where you want to make your trades. I don't recommend going in and out very often. I recommend, taking big trades, taking advantage of big swings, and capitalizing off of them, and not going in and out too often because of fees. And there are also funding rates that you have to be aware of. So essentially, if the funding rate is positive, that means you're paying this amount in this many hours, and if it's negative, then you're getting paid if you're long, and vice versa for shorts. Yeah. So the one of the things about Bybit that makes it cool is the bracket orders. You can basically do any type of order. You can have a stop loss PT at the same time. You can activate an order at a certain price and having a stop loss attached to it. So these kinds of advanced orders are good for people who can't trade when they're not in be around. Just place orders and wait. It's a more easier form of trading. Yeah, and that basically wraps it up. So, you also need to be on VPN in order to sign up for Bybit if you're in the US. I recommend ExpressVPN. I can actually give you guys free access to an ExpressVPN if you DM me on Discord. So just make sure to do that when you're signing up. You have to do this for Bitmex or any other leverage trading site as well. It's just one of the barriers now because the US government banned it. But right now, it's very well worth it to trade margin because of the amount of activity occurring in the markets right now. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll be in the CryptoTraders.com Discord. Have a nice day.